This video is a breakdown of our October food spend. The reason why I've made this video is that I've been asked a few times for this video, so a few people have been intrigued how we keep our food budget around $800 a month for a family of 4. Although I always felt like our food cost was quite high. Our family food budget is $200 a week, which includes everything that we spend at supermarkets, so personal items and cleaning products as well. Kids' lunches. So at the moment for our boys' lunches, we don't need to pack on their daycare days as food is provided, so that does lower our costs. My son goes to a community kindy 2 days a week, so we do need to pack food for that. And what works for us is doing 2 shops a week, which is normally 2 shops around $100 each or 1 bigger shop and a few top-up shops. If I'm doing a $100 shop, I tell myself that I only need enough to get us through the next 4 days or so. That mentality keeps our budget down. Because what didn't work for us, and this might be a controversial opinion, but doing 1 big shop a week does not work for us. I find I end up spending more because I think I need more than I actually need to get through the week. Because I think, I might need this or I might need that. Plus, we always need to get things through the week like bananas and fresh bread. And we've also tried doing a daily shop or 1 shop every second day. So I divided my weekly budget by 7 and I could only spend that amount. I liked the challenge and found myself very mindful of what I was buying each day. I didn't continue with this because in the end it just became too time consuming going to the grocery store every day. And what about specials? Well, I don't go overboard on specials, especially if it means we're going to go over budget. I might buy an extra item or 2 if it's a really good special, but if it means that I go over budget, I won't. Specials always come around again. And this might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't believe in stockpiling specials. I feel that it creates waste by making us use something or eat more of something than we usually would. If I had an endless supply of something in my cupboard, I feel that I would use more of it rather than waiting until the end of the week to buy more of that item in my grocery shop. What do you think? I'd love to know your opinion, or let me know if something else works for you. So how do we eat? Well, I try and have a gluten and dairy-free diet. We also try and limit the amount of preservatives in our foods, which isn't perfect yet. That's why you might see a more expensive item in our grocery shopping, as the cheaper option might have more preservatives or nasty ingredients. But that isn't always the case either. Supermarket Swap on Insta has been my main inspo for cleaning up our diet. And as I said, it still is a work in progress. I do swear that our diet was much cleaner before children, and then we just went into survival mode because we were just so tired and worn out. Now that we are out of the baby and toddler stage, I'm trying to improve our diet again. And I normally shop at Woolworths. I just prefer their app for ordering online, and the pickup process is much easier at my local supermarket. Woolworths is so much closer as well. Although in this month I had a really good Flybuys deal, so some of my shops have been at Coles. I had to spend $70 each week for 4 weeks for $50 worth of Flybuy points, and an extra $5 worth of Flybuys points for each online shop. And here is what we eat for breakfast. The boys will either have oats, Vita Brits or toast, and I'll have gluten-free toast. And lunch is normally leftovers for the adults and sandwiches for the 2 boys, unless we've had a pasta dish which is their favourite, so they will have that for leftovers too. And these are the main snacks I buy. Plus I make healthy banana bread muffins, and we buy fruit like bananas, apples and berries. We are trying to have a bit of a meal plan, but this is flexible as well depending on what we feel like. We make extra chicken on Thursday for chicken toasties on Friday because my son has little athletics that night that starts at 6 p.m. So these are the ingredients that we use on our pizza night. Fresh pineapple on a pizza is the best. I'm really obsessing over Mexican bowls at the moment. So much so that sometimes I actually do a double batch so we have that 2 nights in a row. And I'm actually starting to prefer making this with chicken breast. Our boys love sausages, so we try and have that once a week. I'm pretty unmotivated to cook at the moment, so we have been using frozen vegetables more than usual. Savoury mince is our budget go-to meal. We cook this on a Wednesday night, so it gives me plenty of leftovers for my work lunches on Thursdays and Fridays. And then we have chicken and salad or vegetables. But we have been eating more vegetables than salad lately. And then our easy Friday night meal is just good coming home from work and not having to worry about dinner. And chicken, cheese and some chili sauce is the best combo on toasties. I like to budget in weeks, so I've separated our spending into 4 weeks. The first week is a little longer, although we did go to my mum's for a few nights, so that did save us in some food costs that week. For week 1, I did 2 online shops and 1 top-up shop, and it came to $204.72, so just a little bit over budget. So these are the dinner items I purchased in the first online shop, and these are the snacks we bought, and here is some of the other food items. That rice milk is the best. It's so sweet even though there's no sugar in it. And then we had some non-food items in that first online shop as well. And then I did a top-up shop, and that was just fruit and 2 lollipops for bribery. And then we did another online shop, and these were the dinner items. More snack items and more bread. We seem to buy so much bread. And then non-food items, which was nappies mainly. Our 2.5-year-old is still toilet training, so we are buying a few less than usual. And then week 2, we had a Dinnerly order because I forgot to pause our subscriptions, and a Woolworths top-up shop, and then a Coles online shop. So we spent $243.90, a fair bit over budget that week. So this is what we got for Dinnerly. So because I did forget to pause the delivery, I didn't get to choose the recipes. I've tried Dinnerly and EveryPlate, and I do prefer Dinnerly. So we had to do a top-up shop, which was fruit, bread, more nappies, toilet paper, and Smooshtables. And then we had the online order for that week, which was more dinner items, more snacks, and some loo paper. And then in week 3, we had a top-up shop and an online shop. And I worked really hard to get back under budget this week and be back on track, which we did, $47.59 under budget. So the top-up shop was just bread and fruit, and I forgot to get the receipt again. And these were the dinner items in the online shop. These mixed veggies are so good and so cheap. We use them to add to our savoury mince or curries. I had brought some chicken breast in this online order, but they was out of stock. And I'm actually still waiting for that amount to be refunded, and it's been over a week. More snack items. The maple syrup and almond meal is for baking. More bread and more milk. And then some more non-food items. And then week 4 was 2 top-up shops and an online shop, and we're pretty much on budget this week. The first top-up shop was pretty big because I forgot heaps of things in that online order. And I bought some steak because I like to choose that in store. And then I also had to buy that chicken that wasn't supplied on the online shop. And then the other top-up shop was bread and more fruit. And then we did one last online shop to get us through the first few days of next week. Our snacks needed a bit of a top-up. We needed more bread and breakfast items and nappies. There wasn't any fruit in this order or steak because I'll probably go in store on Monday and buy those things, and that will be included in next month's food cost. So here is the weekly breakdown. And we came in pretty much on budget, which was $801.16. Let me know if you liked this video, and I might do one once a year, or if things change dramatically. And if you want to see how we are living off one wage and saving the other, you might want to check out this video next. Thanks for listening. Don't forget you can also find me on Instagram and Facebook. See you next week.